Melissa Lloyd. I am with the Valley City Barnes County Public Library, and with me is
Sue Millender from NDSU Extension.
And we are at Epworth Church Kitchen. That's a mouthful. Hopefully my mask and my way made it, you understood. And they have graciously allowed us to come in here and do a fun with food class, a kids cooking class. And what are we making today?
We are going to make Instant Pot creamy tomato tortellini soup.
Oh, mwah.
It's delicious.
Now, I have never cooked with an Instant Pot. Isn't it just a pressure cooker?
Well, it is, but I tell you what, it's a lot easier than what you think in your mind as being a pressure cooker.
Right, so like, when I think of a pressure cooker, I think of this gigantic monstrosity on my mom's oven that it was big and silver and shiny, and it screamed at me and it was scary, so I didn't go near it. So that's what I think of when I think of a pressure cooker.
And you know, I think of so many people who have told me, my mom actually told me to leave the room when she was using the pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Because they were so afraid it was gonna blow. I'm telling you, this one is super safe and very, very kid friendly.
Oh, okay.
In fact,
like a kid could use it.
A kid can use it. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna switch places.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a little bit about the Instapot.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna let you come back in the frame and cook.
All right.
Okay.
I'm down with that. Yeah, because I don't know. So this is a learning experience for me. So.
Okay, everybody. So this is the Instapot right here, and I've got it plugged in. You can see it just plugs right into a normal outlet that you would have in your kitchen. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the features and the buttons. Now, the Instapot is a moist cooking technique, so that means you always have to have some sort of moisture in here. For this soup, although it's a soup, we are going to add some chicken broth to the base. Okay? But let's say you're making hard-boiled eggs in here.
You can make hard-boiled eggs in there.
Yes, very easy. And you're gonna always add liquid. If you're making baked potatoes in here, you're gonna add a little bit of liquid. The point is you always need to have liquid in the machine.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm gonna start off talking a little bit about the buttons on the front. They seem really overwhelming.
Yeah.
And probably a little scary.
Yeah.
You know what? You aren't gonna use any of them.
Oh, really?
No.
So they're more for just playing with it?
Yeah, actually I use the yogurt button because I make my yogurt in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I've made some breads in here as well.
Really? You've used it to make bread? Okay.
Yeah. So this is a really versatile cooker. I've also used the slow cooker feature. But as far as the poultry and all the meat and the stew and the bean and the chili, I don't use that because I want to use a meat thermometer. And the poultry button, for example, is kind of a standard button, and it'll cook just to a normal chicken, but I want to make sure that it's totally done. So I always use an instant read thermometer with this one.
Okay.
My point is, don't be overwhelmed by the buttons. Just use the pressure cooker button, which is right here.
Okay.
Okay, so when you turn it on, it's going to have off right here. So that's the pressure cooker button. You're going to push this. This is cancel, of course. That just cancels all the different features.
That might be my favorite button.
This is your keep warm button. And you're gonna notice on this soup, we're gonna cook it for a while, and then it'll go to the keep warm, and so you'll be able to see that as well. Here's your pressure levels. This is less pressure and more pressure. You can just keep it on high pressure. Most recipes always are on the high pressure. And then this is your timer up here.
Okay.
So one thing that's really nice is that this machine is dishwasher safe, in a sense. Here's the inner pot. You always need to have an inner pot. In fact, I have 3 inner pots. Because I bought extra inner pots because I do a bunch of different meals and then I use the same machine.
Okay.
So if I'm making, for example, let's say I want to do a roast with mashed potatoes. I can make the roast in here and get my mashed potatoes or my potatoes ready. And then after I pull out the roast, I just put my new pot in and make the mashed potatoes in here.
Okay, how long would that take?
8 minutes.
For both?
The roast, no, a little bit more for the roast. Okay, but the mashed potatoes are really, in fact, if you make mashed potatoes in here, you will never make them again on the stove. They're that good, really.
Okay.
I want to just mention a couple other things. There's a line right here that says 2/3 max.
Okay.
You see that? Don't go over that. You might see in commercials just brimming with potatoes and carrots. Don't do that. It is meant to only go to here, okay? So make sure you do that. This is dishwasher safe,
Nice.
so you can just throw it in the dishwasher when you're done. I'm gonna show you a few other features. This is the lid. This is the sealing ring. This too, you can just put in your top rack of your dishwasher. I bought several different sealing rings, and I use one for yogurt, because if you make something in here that's probably a little more seasoned, that ring might pick up the seasoning. So I switched them out. This piece right here, this comes out, and you can just throw that right into your dishwasher as well.
Oh, really?
Yep. So make sure that that's all clean. Just pops right back into place. This lid can go in the dishwasher. Just make sure that you pull off this and this and the ring.
Okay.
Okay? Then you can just stick it right in your dishwasher.
Oh.
Okay?
Wow.
The other piece I want to show you is this condensing unit. Make sure that you pull this off, because the moisture will go in here, and if you leave this, it will get moldy.
Ew.
Gross,
No,
right?
Nobody wants that.
No, so we're gonna put that right back on top. To clean this out, you can use a simple foam paintbrush. Another little trick of the trade.
Ooh. We're learning tricks, people.
Yep, we like tricks. Okay, so on this, you can see it says close, open, and then there's an arrow. If you put the arrow just to the side of this, sometimes it's really hard for people to get that in. So if you just put it to the side of this and then turn it like this.
And it sings to you.
Yes, and then you're gonna seal it on the top. So this button, that's open and that's sealed.
Okay.
Okay?
That's a lot of information.
So do you feel comfortable now running it?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
So I'll walk you through it, okay? So we're gonna switch places and we're gonna make some soup.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. I'm all excited.
You're gonna love this soup, by the way.
I am?
Yes, you are. The
Okay.
first thing you're gonna do is pour your chicken broth into the Instapot.
Okay, so 4 cups, right?
Yep, 4
cups. So I've got this.
It's actually 3 cups.
Okay.
And we're using this kind of chicken broth. You can also use low sodium chicken broth if you wish. And then you're gonna put on the frozen cheese tortellini. Put that
this
right inside.
right there. You just kind of pop that in.
Yeah, just pour it right in there. That's awesome. And then you're gonna take this can of crushed tomatoes and you're gonna put it right on top of the tortellini, but don't stir it. Just pour it right on top.
Just pour it. Don't stir it.
Right.
And I'm gonna use this lovely little spatula to clean out my can. I had to, when you were describing this Instapot and you started talking about your inner pot, that made me chuckle, because I was like, I have an inner pot. I have several inner pots. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. I was like, that's like inner peace, only it's pot, or I don't know.
This will give you inner peace.
It'll give you inner peace.
Okay,
inner
so
pot.
the next thing you're gonna add is your chopped garlic.
Okay, chopped.
And I've already done that, so just pour it right in there.
Yep, you've already chopped the
And you
garlic.
can buy the refrigerated minced garlic and use that. Super easy.
I tend to use that too, because garlic is very, I don't know if the right term is acidic for me, and so it kind of irritates like my tummies, or in our family we got some problems with like acid reflux, so we tend not to cook with a lot of garlic, and so if we have garlic, it's usually minced in a container.
Perfect. Okay, so I've already measured out the salt and the pepper, so throw that in there, please.
Okay.
You don't even need to stir it.
Don't need to stir it.
Right, and then we're going to use fresh basil. So
Fresh
I've already
basil.
chopped the fresh basil. You can get that right in levers and right next to, well, they're all hanging up right in
Yep.
right before you hit the meat department.
Right. So yeah, right as you're leaving the produce department and before you hit the meat department, there's the fresh
now, I'm not
herbs.
even going to stir it.
But I want to stir it.
You are not going to stir
But it's like begging me, stir me.
You know what? Here's your real test, is getting the lid on. Seriously, this is probably the hardest
So
part.
that's all I do for now?
That's it! Can you believe it?
That's it? Okay.
That's it.
So now I have to put the lid on.
This is the hardest part.
This is the hardest part. Okay, so now you started over here.
Good job. Now, there, and turn it. You did it.
Right. So and then this lines up right that.
Yep, it's perfect.
And see, it says close. So all right.
So now you're good. Now make sure you're sealed. Which way do you do? Yep.
So
It
there's
says-
venting and sealed. So I
Yep,
got
it
sealed
has
there.
to be sealed.
Okay.
So now you're gonna press the pressure cooker button.
This one.
Yep. And it automatically will go to 10.
Okay.
Right? You can see the button right under the 10 says high pressure.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're good there. If you go down to the pressure level button, press that once. And you see it went to low
normal.
pressure. We want it just on high, so press high again, perfect. Now we're gonna bring it down, you're not gonna believe this, to 1 minute. So press the minus button and go all the way down to 1 minute. Stop. You're done. You're gonna cook now. So now that's it.
No, I don't press start or anything.
Nope, not at all.
So just.
Yep. Now you're gonna see it's gonna go on. You see that?
Oh, now it's on.
Right. So now it's gonna be on, and it's gonna build up pressure,
Okay.
and it'll beep at you when the pressure has built up.
Okay. It's gonna beep. All right.
Yep. And then it'll say 1 minute. Okay, and it's gonna count down. But I mean, if you had 10 minutes on there, it would count down. And then once it gets to 0, and it goes to keep warm, it'll start working its way back up again on the timer.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a lot happening right there.
There is. So it's super easy though, right? You just literally, this is called a dump recipe. You're just dumping everything in, setting it for a very short amount of time. And then we are actually going to naturally allow it to release. So there's 2 ways that we can release the pressure.
Okay.
Quick release,
Which was a button on here, I thought. Nope, maybe not.
Nope.
I
Quick
thought that was
release. And you'll usually do this for vegetables because you don't want them to get mushy. You want to just release the pressure really quick, pull them out, and then they're going to be perfectly cooked. And the way you do that is you take the knob that says seal and vent, and the minute it beeps, you don't allow it to keep warm at all. You're just gonna, the minute it beeps the first time, you're gonna do a quick release. You're gonna switch the sealing to the venting. Okay.
How do you know all this stuff? Because like I get a pressure, I get like I have a slow cooker, and I do like you put it in, you turn it on, good to go. This seems so much more complex, and I don't know how you would know all this stuff.
Right. You know what? Your recipe will tell you.
Your recipe will tell. Okay, it's in the recipe.
Here, on the recipe, and you're gonna post the recipe.
Right.
It'll say cook on manual high for 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, and you just did that.
Right.
It's getting up to pressure. Pretty soon it'll beep and say 1. Then it says allow for a 3-minute NPR, natural pressure release.
Okay, not National Public Radio.
Right, before quick releasing the pressure.
Okay.
So there's just 2 ways to do it,
Right.
a quick and then a natural.
Right, and when I read the directions, I was like, I don't know what any of that means.
Yep.
I saw NPR and I was like, what does National Public Radio have to do with a pressure cooker?
Now you know,
Yeah.
right?
Now I know the rest of the story.
It beeped. So
It beeped.
it actually went from on to 1, because that was the 1 minute. And then it beeped when it got to 0.
Okay.
Okay, now it's releasing slowly. It's got the L. And as we watch that timer, it's going to start going up. So when your recipe says natural release for 15 minutes, it's going to start at 0 and it'll just slowly go up to 15 minutes. For this particular recipe, we cooked it for 1 minute, and now we're doing a natural release for 3 minutes. Okay, so now we're already at 1.
So it's been a minute.
It's been a minute, right? And now we're just going to wait 2 more minutes, and we're going to do a quick release at that time. At 3 minutes,
Okay.
we're going to do that quick release. So take the back of that spoon and press it. Now remember, it's going to go shh, so don't put your face over it, and you might jump, but that's okay. Yep, I knew it. And everyone does that the first time. I even do it still. So just keep pressing it. Yep, now you can let go, and it'll press it so it stays in that position. There you go. Now it's naturally releasing, right? It's all on its own. You did a quick release.
So how long does it quick release?
Did you see a little knob on the top? Don't put your face over it, but you see that knob? There's a little silver button.
Yeah.
Right? Is it up or is it down?
It's flat with the rest of the thing.
It's up.
Oh, that's up. Okay.
Yep. So it means that the pressure is on, but pretty soon that's gonna fall.
Okay. It smells really good. Yeah, it smells like spaghetti. It smells very Italian. So, right, like you said.
Now you cannot open this while it's really
So
sweet.
yeah, so if I were to try, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that anyway because I'd be like trying to wrestle with the steam.
Yep.
So you can't open it.
Right.
Okay.
One thing I do want to say is, this was canning season.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and this machine is not meant for canning.
Okay.
It's a pressure cooker. It's
Okay.
not a pressure canner. So we can cook in it, but we cannot can in it.
Okay.
Don't can in your dishwasher, don't can in your bathtub. Can.
I've never thought about doing that, but now I'm intrigued.
It's very dangerous. We're only going to cook following standard pressure
Considering
cans,
my
standardized
bathtub, that would
recipes.
not be,
Yes.
there would be, oh, no. Nobody would want to eat at my house at any time.
Did it
Okay, so the silver thing is down.
Perfect. Now we can open it.
Okay,
So,
so-
you're gonna, do you remember how, yep, perfect.
It's a little hot.
And now you just lift the cover up away from your face. Perfect.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
Is it lovely?
It's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take a picture.
Okay. Now one thing that's pretty cool about this machine is that those handles on the cover that you're holding
Yep.
fit into the handle on the side of the Instapot.
Fit into the handle on the side like this.
Yep.
Oh! Well,
not
they were super
something?
clever when they created this.
I actually want you to put it on the other
Yeah.
side so that we can continue to work. There's just a few more steps to this. You're actually going to use another button on the front, saute.
Saute!
Saute is a great button to know about. We're going to let her find it. Yep. You're going to just press cancel first, please. And now press saute. Now you're just heating from the bottom.
Okay.
And this is how I saute onions in here, and if I've got some other things, like if I want to sear the meat first, I'll put it on saute. Okay. So
No, I haven't stirred this yet.
you haven't stirred it, no. So now you're going to take your heavy whipping cream.
Right.
I have also used half and half, which works just fine if you want to cut out the fat.
Right.
You can pour that in and you can stir it now.
Okay, so now it's boiling.
Yep, pour it right in there. Awesome. And then stir it up. Okay, and once that's boiling again, we're gonna add this little bit of cheese. So we're gonna make it like doubly cheesy. So this is a tomato soup, but it's really nice and cheesy.
Yeah.
And your kids are gonna love it because it's got noodles in it. What kid does not love noodles? I know, every kid loves noodles.
Yeah, I don't know. I can, like, nothing. I don't
I know.
Unless, yeah, even, and the thing is with noodles, you can get, if you have a gluten intolerance, you can get gluten-free noodles because they make it out of lentils and quinoa. I have found those, so.
That plant is actually a plant in North Dakota.
Quinoa?
No, the
Lentil?
yeah, the pea-produced pasta.
Oh.
Pea protein.
Pea protein?
So how's it looking?
It's boiling. It looks
So
wonderful. I'm
now
gonna
we
take
can
another
press
picture.
cancel. And one thing that's kind of also pretty darn cool about this thing, I'm gonna come into the frame. So
Okay.
have you step back so we're totally safe. Yep. Oh, okay. We got masks. Look at this.
Oh,
This
you can
is
touch
not
that?
hot.
Right. It's
That's
now.
hot. The rims are not.
The room's not.
Not something. So you can just take that right out. Does everyone see that?
It looks super good.
Yep. So now you have a creamy tomato soup, creamy basil tomato soup.
Yeah, it looks super good.
So we have got quite a menu.
We do. So today we have made beefy baked ravioli, instant pot creamy tomato tortellini soup. We've made cereal bars and we have made popcorn balls. That should be, I mean, for November and December cooking, this should give you plenty of ideas to make, you know, for snacks and for meals, leftovers for lunches. So you know, in between now and Christmas and the New Year, you've got lots of good, yummy, delicious dishes to try out. I would like to know more about the Instapot, so maybe next year we'll start doing some Instapot cooking demonstrations. If you would be interested, that would be wonderful. You know, just let us know. So I'm Melissa Lloyd with the Valley City Barnes County Public Library. I've got Sue Millender with me here. And follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram and on YouTube, and we will see you next time. Bye.